And a good day, everybody. My name is Jewel, and this is the Tropical Update. Hurricane Isaias. Well, we're looking at it right now on radar, and it's looking like it's kind of ragged, huh? Well, this is in the satellite imagery this morning, and it's looking ragged because it's got some impact of westerly shear and some dry air entrainment. A little bit of dry air's mixed in it. It has hit some westerly winds. That's why it's looking a little ragged right now. It's still a very strong storm, okay? Still considered a hurricane. It has hurricane winds. Now, this picture we're looking at, this radar picture, it is showing some banding near the center. Right in this area, right in here. It looks like nothing now, but you can see as time goes by, there's a little bit of banding going on. Now, this dry air slot's now present, and it's in the eastern semicircle, you see, between the central convection and the outer bands. So, we do have this dry air that's trying to push up into this. It is trying to band together. I don't know if it will make it or not. It should continue to move northwestward or south and northwest on the southwest side of the, we have a ridge, a mid-level ridge. Now, this mid-level ridge is going to keep tracking it north-northwest through the weakness of this ridge Sunday. So, this ridge is going to be very weak. It's not going to push it down. But so far, it's still going to be looking like it's coming up the coast of Florida. Now, after it gets through this ridge on Sunday, it's looking like it's going to recurve, turn to the north, northeast, and then the northeast speed of it, the whole speed when it makes that curve to the northeast of this storm, it's going to speed up, or it should. Now, the track's been shifted a little to the east now of Florida. Remember, last night it looked like it might go a little more west. Well, now it looks like it might go a little more east. And it's going through, once again, some westerly vertical shear and some mid-level dry air is present west of this center region. Now, what does all of this stuff mean? Well, here's the tracking map, folks. We have hurricane warning still in the Bahamas. It's still in the Bahamas this morning, but by, I'll say, early morning hours, you're going to start to get some effects here in Florida. But look real closely. The center of it is staying offshore of Florida. Now, last night, it looked like it was going to be just a little bit more westerly. And things could change. I'm just showing you what I see now, people. You have to use your own judgment. And whatever anybody does, I would prepare, okay? Now, you see this is tropical storm warnings down in here in Florida. And we have a tropical storm watch up in the northern sections of Florida. But this is all hurricane warnings. If you live along the coastline of Florida in this area, you do need to prepare. And you need to prepare anyway all the way up. Now, it's looking like these are the westerly wind shear and some dry air. It could lose its punch of a hurricane, but don't let that fool you. This is still going to bring hurricane strength wind gusts and very high sustained winds as a tropical storm. And it's looking like now, of course, this could change, that it may make landfall somewhere around Carolina Beach, right around in this area. It might. I said it might. I'm not saying it's going to, but then it's looking like it's just going to move right on across up and out, and it could still be a tropical storm by the time it gets up around Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Should not turn into post-tropical until it's way off the coast of Canada. Now, what are the current conditions as of this morning? 85 mile per hour wind, 988 millibars for your pressure, tracking 23.9 north, 77.1 west. It's moving at 12 miles per hour. Remember, it was just a few days ago. It was booking when it was out here, 20, 23 miles per hour. It's slowing down, and it's probably going to continue to slow down until it gets off the coast and recurves back out into the water. Then it's going to take off and shoot up right across here. Now, we have Tropical Depression number 10, the winds are 35 miles per hour, the minimum central pressure 1,008 millibars, it's 17.8 north, 21.6 west. It's moving pretty fast. It's moving northwest now at 16 miles per hour. And disturbance number 1. It's still a tropical wave, about 600 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands. And it's continuing to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms, and the environmental conditions are forecast to become more conducive. We don't want to hear that, but that's what it is, folks. More conducive for development in a day or two, and a tropical depression could form early next week. Now, this system is forecast to turn northwestward and then northward over the western Atlantic, passing north of the Leeward Islands through the middle of next week. And it has jumped up greatly, 10% in 2 days, but in 5 days, it has a 60% chance of forming. Now, for eastern North Carolina, you know I have to stress on this. It's where I live. I live right in this area of the Pamlico River. Y'all know, my regular subscribers and old-timers know exactly how close I am to the water. These are sustained winds that are expected, okay? And this is all based on the current track and intensity. Sustained winds, 62, 61, up around this area in the 50s and 60s. Aurora, sustained winds. New Bern, I got my friends down in New Bern. You're going to have 59 to 60 mile per hour sustained winds. Now, what's going to happen, you know, power's going to go out. We're going to have some trees down, and the wind, once again, is going to be our greatest threat. Now, they may shift a little as the track moves and the intensity changes, but as of now, this is what it's looking like. Now, once again, this is as of this morning. You can see August 1st right here. This is the wind gust. They're going to be tough, folks. Look, right in this area, 78 mile per hour wind gusts. Well, you've already seen the sustained winds are going to be in the 50s and 60s. So the wind's going to be a problem, okay? It could be a whole lot worse, but it's not going to be any fun, and there's going to be some damage in some places. All the way up to Plymouth, you could have 71 mile per hour wind gusts. Columbia, 75. Along the Outer Banks, you can see highest up here around Kill Devil Hills, moving on up probably into Kitty Hawk and Nag's Head, and Manteo, 79 mile per hour wind gusts. They begin to calm down a little bit when you get west of Highway 17. West of Highway 17, the highest wind gust looking like that's going to happen then will be in the 50s, possibly some 60s. So keep this in mind. Now's the time to prepare. If you have anything outside, anything you need to get at the store, anything you need to do to prepare, you need to do so now. Our governor has put North Carolina under the state of emergency because of Isaias, and so far as going out and getting in a shelter, he's asking everyone, actually, unless you just don't have anywhere to go and it's looking like you may need to leave where you live, there are shelters, but they're COVID shelters. Everybody will be tested. Ones who have signs of COVID will be put in one place. Ones who don't will be put in another. It's not like it used to be. Go to your local school or your county shelter or this or that. It's not like that at all. So I would advise everyone in eastern North Carolina, if you think you should leave your home, call ahead and get what you need to know so you're put in the proper place, okay? Now, hazards. All coastal and nearshore waters, of course, rip currents are going to be dangerous. Starting through early next week, it's going to start by this weekend, actually. If you're at the beach, don't start going way out in the water, and by Monday through Tuesday, they're going to be really bad. The wind anywhere in eastern North Carolina, Monday afternoon through Tuesday morning, it's looking like, as of now, this storm will start to pick up, like always, during the night, Monday night. I'd say anywhere from 10 to midnight, it should start to pick up, and then in the early morning hours of Tuesday is when we should be getting the brunt of it. Now, there is some storm surge possibilities anywhere on the coast, Monday afternoon through Tuesday morning, and eastern North Carolina has a big threat for tornadoes. Now, it just says an increasing threat here, but I'm just telling you, we're going to have a very good threat of tornadoes happening anywhere in eastern North Carolina, Monday afternoon through Tuesday morning, and of course the localized flooding anywhere in eastern North Carolina, Monday afternoon through Tuesday. Storm surge. If you live around the Neuse and the Pamlico rivers and the Albemarle Sound, storm surge will occur. At this moment, it's looking like 2 to 3 feet maybe around the Neuse, around the Pamlico. It could get a little higher, I'd say anywhere from 4 to 6 feet's what it looks like now. Last evening, it wasn't that bad at all, but now it looks like it could increase some. Not saying that it's going to, but it could. And up around the Albemarle Sound, you guys can have some pretty good storm surge come in also. It may change. You know how it goes. I'm just reporting what I've found and what I've seen. So use your head and use your own judgment. And please, for goodness sakes, stay safe. And right quickly, the hurricane warning for the central Bahamas as of this morning has been discontinued. And a hurricane warning is in effect for Boca Raton and Volusia, Flagler County line, Florida, and the northwestern Bahamas. The hurricane watch is in effect for Hollandale Beach to south of Boca Raton, Florida. Storm surge watch as of now in effect for Jupiter Inlet to Ponte Verde Beach, Florida. Tropical storm warning in effect for north of Ocean Reef to south of Boca Raton, Florida, and Lake Okeechobee. Now, tropical storm watch is in effect for Volusia, Flagler County line to Ponte Verde Beach, Florida. Interests elsewhere along the southeast coast of the United States should monitor the progress of Isaias, and these additional watches and warnings may be required later today. I do want to show you the positions and the maximum wind speeds that are expected to occur. As you can see over here, it's going to maintain these winds. We've seen it in our local forecast and update briefings from the National Weather Service for all of eastern North Carolina. We see it now in general for the U.S. border as it moves along. Now, it's going to have these winds, 85 miles per hour when it gets close to Florida, 80, 85 mile per hour winds. Right in this area, when it starts to approach North Carolina, 70 mile per hour sustained winds. We've already seen the wind gusts are going to be much, much more. And I want to remind everyone that the hurricane force winds from Isaias, or Isis, I can't get it out, the storm, folks, they extend 35 miles. That's a hurricane winds from the center of circulation. And the tropical storm winds extend 175 miles from that. So, like I say, you don't have to be in the path to get some of this storm. Please prepare. Use your own judgment about what you should do. I've showed you everything I know at this point for this morning. Please stay safe. Have a plan. Go by it. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure your pets are taken care of. And please, for goodness sakes, check on the elderly and the handicapped and lend them a hand. That's one of the greatest things that you can do. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thanks for everything you do for me, the donations, anything. I mean, just watching my videos. I thank you so much, and I want to thank all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. I love you all. And if you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to do so. Click subscribe, click that bell, check off all to ensure you get all of my videos as I put them out. Still having internet problems, doing the best that I can, but I'm hanging in here. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thank you so much for watching.